Hey there, everybody. Thanks for coming back. Hope you've been enjoying the videos lately. I'm doing as good a job as I can. I'm trying to knock them out as much as possible. And so actually, that kind of brings me to what we're doing today, right? I think today's topic should be ballot access. Uh, you know, One of the biggest problems, right, is that we have to choose Republican or Democrat in the vast majority of our states, right? And I think that's a problem. I mean, personally, I really do. When I ran for state representative in 2016, I wanted to run as an independent. I mean, I guess I kind of got my wish as a glorified independent, right? But the thing is, the two-party system is so entrenched in our country that it's actually codified into law. And it's actually benefiting the major parties. In the state of Ohio, you only need 50 signatures to run for Congress as a Republican or a Democrat, 25 to run as a Green Party or Libertarian, if they even allow you to have ballot access in the first place, right? But if you want to run as an independent, you need several thousand signatures. Do you, like, what? And that's for state representative, mind you. That's not even Congress. That's straight up state representative. That's a district of less than 60 or 80,000 people, and you still need thousands of signatures to get on the ballot for state rep when you only represent 80,000, right? So ballot access is a huge problem. Like I said, the Green Party and Libertarian thing, the third parties, they didn't get ballot access last year, actually. They got denied utterly ballot access because of the 5% of the population rule or something like that. That is crap. And that also undermines the ability for those parties to grow, right? I have nothing against the Green Party or Libertarian Party. I mean, we might not agree on everything, but I could say the same thing about the Democrats and the Republicans, right? So, but what is the biggest problem with ballot access, right? It fundamentally undermines the democratic process. Fundamentally. It means, no, we're only going to let right and left the chance to speak. And that's the problem, right? Because politics isn't black and white, right or left, right? It's people, it's life, it's healthcare, it's education, it's women's suffrage, it's civil rights, it's freaking bathroom laws, apparently. It's being able to drink your tap water and not poison your children. It's making sure that law enforcement goes and investigates the disappearance of hundreds of little girls in Washington, D.C., right? That's politics. It's not black and white, right? People live and die off of politics. And although that is fairly black and white, living or dying, the getting there isn't, right? There is no one right answer for economics. There is no one right answer for, infrastructure, right? I mean, there's definitely the right direction to take: universal healthcare, universal education, clean energy, mitigating law enforcement overreach, eliminating the military-industrial complex's stranglehold on the military budget, right? Mr. General, you need 347 tanks. No, we don't. You do, and you're getting them. No, too bad, right? These things are fairly black and white, right? You should be able to go to the hospital, get treated, and not go into debt. You should be able to go to school, get a degree, and then get a job, right? But the problem is the rest of life isn't so cut and dry. And that doesn't mean that one side's right and the other side's wrong. It's merely that there's a different culture. There's different aspects to our society. I mean, we are all Americans, right? We're all born in this country, but Mississippi is different than Ohio, and Ohio is different than California, and California is different than Florida, right? It's just different. For instance, agrarian communities have different needs than New York City, right? And even smaller towns like Dayton, or let's go even smaller, like Lancaster, my hometown, has different needs than Springboro, which is where I currently live, right? And they're similarly small, right? Like 20,000 in Springboro, 40,000 in Lancaster, right? So, but those needs are different. The local needs are different. Lancaster is much more agrarian than Springboro is, and Springboro is growing economically with commerce. So they need to focus more on making it more palatable for businesses to thrive, right? And Lancaster needs to figure out, does it want to be agrarian? Does it want to be business? Does it want to grow? What does it want to do, right? And there's other things like maybe the infrastructure here in Springboro is a lot better off than the roads in Lancaster, right? So Lancaster really needs to focus on its roads, but their schools are pretty good, right? Education-wise, and it's growing. It's a very quickly growing community, becoming more affluent, and it's definitely the most influential city in Fairfield County, right? Each city has its own thing. Every community has its own need, but as a state and as a country, we need to take care of people, whatever that takes. If people aren't the ones benefiting, then it's wrong. And I guess I kind of went on a tangent there, but with ballot access, you kind of get the walks of life. It's not just lawyers and bankers all the time. You get teachers and doctors and scientists and engineers and students and artists and musicians. You get the rest of life to have a chance to walk into the political game and have a chance of winning. You don't get that if you only get to choose left or right. 50 signatures are several thousand, right? You just don't get that. And if you have to kiss the ass of whatever party you're trying to abide to, then you're also never going to get it. That's what this is all about, right? Okay, fine. Ballot access sucks. You have to run as a Republican or a Democrat in the vast majority of our states. Okay. Guess what? I will run as a Republican or I will run as a Democrat. And I got our voice to support us. I got you back home helping me win in Ohio, in Florida, in Maine, in Texas, wherever you are. You got the American people backing you up with funds, with time, with resources, with whatever. And we're going to primary them, and we're going to win. Because people understand authenticity. People want genuine leaders. People want literally their own image in office. They just want to freaking go to work, go home, crack open a beer, watch some shows, go home and not have to worry about bills, about what if I get sick or what if I hurt myself or how am I ever going to pay back these student loans? No, people just want to live life. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, do you guys not want to live life? No, I didn't think so. You guys want to live life. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Politics prohibits or allows that to happen, right? It's either an inhibitor or a hibitor, right? If you don't have a prefix to it. Anyway, the point being, if we want to take control of our own destiny, we have to get involved in the political process. And if it's denied us by codification, right? If it's just fundamentally out of our reach, then we have to do whatever it takes to make it within reach. Okay, fine. I don't want to run as a Democrat. I don't want to run as a Republican, but that's the way to get on the ballot. In Ohio, in Indiana, Michigan, most of the, Bible Belt and southern states, right? Hey, kudos to you in California, New Hampshire, and Jersey where you can run as an independent. The rest of us are jealous, all right? That's the point. We're going to support you in the best manner it will take for you to actually win on your merits, on your voice, and on your platform, which is the platform of the American people. Ballot access is a problem because we've allowed it to become one. So how do we take it back? By standing together, pooling our resources, working together, fulfilling the American dream. E pluribus unum, out of many one. And together we can, and I guarantee we will, make a difference. Thanks, everybody.